Hello my friends, and welcome to our next camping adventure. Cheers to you folks. Well, I have to say I'm pretty happy we're making it out to the campground this week. Oh my goodness. So with that being said, let's get red fired up. Y'all buckle up, grab you a beverage of choice, and let's get headed in that direction. Oh my goodness. Appreciate y'all coming along. Y'all take care, and I'll see you when we get there. Let's go. All right, my friends, well, we made it down here. I've got red situated, so we're good to go for the night there. Well, we got to pull some things out, but we'll do that directly. But here's our campsite for this evening. Oh my gosh, this is pretty nice. And we got a lot of gravel. I was concerned about a mud situation, but I think we're going to be all right. All right, my friends, well, appreciate y'all hanging in there. So, well, let's grab a seat. We definitely have a height difference here from the ground to the bumper, my friend. Oh my gosh. Got a little shook up on the road. Let's go have a seat. Cheers to you, my friends. Well, we made it out here. Oh my gosh. We've been pretty fortunate here. We've had a string here. I'm here in Indiana, for those of you that don't know. And after all that flooding we had last week, holy catfish, I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to make it out or not. But fortunately, we've had quite a few number of dry days. We haven't had a flash flood warning in almost 3 days, which is pretty nice. But everything is still pretty soaked. But our water levels are dropping, which is just great news. Oh my gosh. But and I'm more familiar with the White River because that's the one I'm closest to. But the levels are going down, but they don't think it's going to get down to closer to normal levels till probably the middle, if not the end of this coming week. Oh my gosh. But I'll be glad when that's just all said and done. But enough of that, my friends. I am just so happy we were able to get out to a campground this week. Oh my gosh. And we did have some bird activity, but they've settled down a little bit now. But that was nice to listen to while I was sitting here for a few minutes. Oh my gosh. But I run on, my friends. Again, I'm just glad to be here. But not sure what we were going to run into when we got down to the campground, and I got pretty fortunate. I mean, I looked online on the pictures. I knew this campground had a slope to it, so we don't have a whole lot of mud to deal with, which is nice. But for dinner tonight, I'm planning on making something really simple. We're going to make some popcorn chicken. That'd be pretty tasty. Oh, and to go along with that, we're gonna make our own little dipping sauce for it, which is pretty straightforward. And hey, you might have everything you need already to make it too. So my friends, again, appreciate y'all hanging in there. So here's to you. Y'all take care. And well, we'll catch up here in about an hour or so when it's time to get that dinner going. All right, my friends, I think I'm somewhat organized here, or went ahead and got started. For our dipping sauce, I want to make it first. That way we can put it back in the cooler, and we'll see how we progress here. But all right, here I have about half a cup of mayo, and to that we're going to add, this is a relatively pantry friendly, I suppose, sauce. We're going to add a tablespoon of ketchup. If it wants to come out. That looks pretty close. Tablespoon of mustard. I'm just using regular yellow mustard. Whoop, it's ready to come out. There we go. Oh, and before I forget to mention, you can substitute your favorite barbecue sauce for the ketchup. I just brought the ketchup instead. And then a tablespoon of honey. And here comes a motorcycle. Wow. There we go. Let me give this a quick mix, and we got one more thing to put in there. And that is some hot sauce to taste. Or you can omit it if you want. I think that's just about a teaspoon. We got a nap. Got mixed up. Oh, not too bad. I'm putting just a little bit more of this good stuff in there. There we go. Just a touch. There we go. All right, we got that taken care of. Back in the cooler it goes. Whoops, there we go. All right, we'll need this here in just a second. Keep it level. This is our chicken. Wipe that off a little bit. Yep. All right, now I'm getting to the chicken last. Right now we're going to take an egg, my homemade egg carrier. Hopefully this works out okay. We are going to just use this as a trash bag. Go ahead and pull that chicken out. And our motorcycle's coming back. With someone cruising through the campground. And to that, we're going to add just a splash of water. The water's a little on the important side, but maybe a tablespoon, if that. There we go. Because this is going to go over the chicken when we get it all cut up. So give me a second, my friends. Let me get this all incorporated. I went ahead and put that stuff back in the cooler. It is a little warm. Actually, it's cooling down right now. This is pretty nice. All right, now we're ready to get into this chicken. So we're gonna cut it up into bite-sized pieces. Oh, and then when you're mixing your egg mixture, you want it, oh, that's why you add a little bit of water to it. You want it a little on the frothy side. Come here, you. All righty, let's get to chopping. So we're pretty much about 1 inch cube, well, cube-ish. Get rid of that. All right, my friends, as soon as I get our chicken all taken care of, we'll be right back. All right, our chicken is taken care of. I'll wipe that off a little bit. I'm gonna set this to the side. Now I brought something, my mom actually found these and got them for me, which I think are gonna be fantastic moving forward. Disposable washcloths. After handling all that chicken. These actually work pretty good. And back you go. My hands are a little damp now too. All right, so we got our chickens all diced up. So I'm gonna add some salt and salt and pepper to taste. Pepper. There we go. And now, our egg mixture. And I want to mix that up a little bit. That's why I saved the spoon. That looks pretty good. Cover it up. And in the cooler it goes. So it'll sit in there for, well, however long it takes me to move a couple things around and get that stove set up, my friends. All right. I'm ready to get cooking because I'm getting hungry. So I appreciate y'all hanging in there, and well, when we come back, we'll be ready to cook some chicken. All right, my friends, I got our vegetable oil in the pot here. We're gonna heat that up to about 350 degrees. And let me tell you, it took me a minute to get this joker leveled out. Holy catfish. I was trying everything, putting chocks underneath the feet, ended up putting firewood underneath it. I've got it, it's stable. There's no way around that, but it took me a minute to get level. All right, well, as soon as the oil comes up, we'll see about getting that chicken in there. All right, my friends, we're pretty much up to temperature. What I have here, I'll show you here in a second. 1 cup of Kentucky Colonel seasoned flour. I use this from time to time, and it works pretty good with the popcorn chicken. But even though it's seasoned, I like to season it up a little bit more. So I brought some cayenne pepper. And that's optional. Give that a quick mix in there. Okay, so now we're ready to start doing our chicken. I'm only going to cook probably, about 5 pieces at a time. So don't overcrowd the pan. There we go. Yeah. There we go. It's that easy. I'm going to shake off the excess and lay them in there. Lay them away from you. And one more. Well, I didn't lay that one away from me, but that's all right. All right, now I'm going to set a timer for these and give them about 3 minutes. And then, well, I'll just keep repeating until we get through all this chicken. Appreciate you hanging in there, my friends. All right, our chicken is finished. Took a minute. That's all right. Let it cool down. But they came out pretty nice. All right. Now, to go along with that, I brought some crinkle fries. So I'm going to get these cooked up, and then we can eat, my friends, and I'm getting hungry. Oh, my gosh. All right, my friends, let's eat. I'm hungry. I get the ketchup to come out of the bottle for my French fries. There we go. Just toss you back in there. We're definitely eating uphill. Oh my gosh, that sun is disappearing fast. A bunch of cloud covers moved in. And my friends, it's getting humid. Holy catfish. Let me try one of these. Everything's been cooling for a bit. We've had a decent amount of traffic come by too. All right, that's a pretty cool one. Let's see how this turns out. Oh yeah. That's some pretty good stuff. Oh my goodness. And it's amazing what you can do when with just a few pantry items and you throw them together. All right, my friends. Well, appreciate y'all hanging in there. I'm going to tear into this dinner, and that if you can, I don't want to. Well, that's level. That one chicken breast made quite a bit. So I'm really going to enjoy this. So everybody, again, appreciate y'all hanging in there. Y'all take care, and well, we'll catch up after dinner. Oh, let's eat. Holy catfish. That's some good stuff, my friends. Man. Pretty good on the fries, too. My friends, I'm going to go ahead and get our dinner mess cleaned up, and then we'll go grab a seat. Oh my gosh, I'm full. Cheers to you, my friends. Well, we've got our dinner messes all cleaned up and everything is good to go for the evening. And my apologies, we're not going to have a campfire tonight. Oh my gosh. Well, oh my goodness, there's a raccoon right behind me. Hold on, my friends. Oh, there he goes. I hope the camera picked that up. Put the camera back where it was, or try to. Holy catfish. Oh, well, that was something else. But as I was saying, my friends, the campfire ring is pretty much, it's all mud in there. But the main reason is, right as we were starting to eat, the humidity started kicking in, and oh my gosh, it just feels like a weight coming down right now. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm sweating through my clothes, literally. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to have a campfire, but as I may have said, I'm pretty happy just to be out here. And we saw a critter. I want to keep looking over my shoulder every now and then. But that was pretty good for a simple little dinner. And honestly, I'm surprised it's getting dark already. It's probably about 8:30. And I didn't think the sun was going to set till probably closer to 9, but I guess our days are getting shorter every day of the week. Well, my friends, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate y'all coming along on our little camping adventure this week. Oh my gosh, it was still a nice one to get out here. I just wish the humidity was not a factor. So everybody out there, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, campers. Cheers to you, my friends. And we do have a pretty nice morning. Oh my gosh, the birds are out this morning. That's pretty nice. The temperatures aren't too bad. Oh, compared to last evening, holy catfish, the humidity just started rising for some reason. Oh, I don't know why, but it got hot. So fortunately, it was probably about 11 o'clock or so. It just started cooling down pretty nicely. So I was pretty thankful for that. Otherwise, we'd have been in for a rough night. Oh my gosh. Oh, but we did have a nice little surprise visitor show up at camp yesterday. That raccoon. Joker snuck right up on me. They're good at that. But in all, yesterday was just a pretty good day all the way around. We got to get out here, relax and unwind and get away from things for a night. Have a nice, simple, but pretty tasty dinner too. Oh my goodness. Well, my friends, I'm just going to kick back here and relax and finish my coffee. And well, then I'll consider getting red packed up and head back toward the city. I'm not in any kind of rush right now. So everybody out there, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate y'all coming along on my little camping adventure. This was a pretty good one. So everybody out there, here's to you. There's a squirrel in the tree. Y'all take care, and as always, I'll see you soon.